Hello, and welcome to my channel, where I mostly share my love of fragrance and enjoying my collection. In this video, I'll be comparing the old and new versions of Victoria's Secret's Fearless. Thank you so much for stopping by, and let's get started. I was so excited to see that Victoria's Secret brought back the scent Fearless for their Summer 2023 semi-annual sale, as it's one of my favorite VS perfumes, and I was intrigued as to whether it was the same as the original version. I do have a bottle from when it was originally available, which I think I picked up in a semi-annual sale probably around 2015 or so. In this Then and Now review, I'll be comparing the original 2014 version of Fearless to the new 2023 re-promoted version. I picked up a 3.4 ounce bottle of the new Fearless for $39.99 during the current semi-annual sale, and it also comes in a 1.7 ounce for $29.99. I also purchased the fragrance mist for $12.50. Unfortunately, I haven't seen a body lotion available yet, but I'm hoping that shows up eventually because I like to layer my VS fragrances with the matching lotion. The perfume and fragrance mist are currently available both online and in store. As far as the perfume packaging, you can see that the bottles are very different. I didn't love the original bottle from 2014, which is on the left, as it's quite bulky and a bit hard to hold. I do like the gradient and dark colors on the bottle, and this is the only scent that Victoria's Secret has used this bottle shape for as far as I'm aware. The new version on the right comes in the bottle that VS used for Heavenly and Dream Angel before repackaging them earlier this year. I don't mind that bottle, and I do find it easier to hold than the other one. Fearless was originally released in 2014 and has notes of blackcurrant, purple diamond iris, and orris, and this is a 3.4 ounce bottle. And this opens with a dark, strong blackcurrant that feels a bit syrupy and rich. There's also a slightly sweet, powdery floral, and I think both the iris and orris are contributing to the powderiness. Victoria's Secret only lists 3 fragrance notes for their perfumes now, but I also feel like there's something else adding sweetness here, like maybe a little bit of vanilla. This isn't a sugary, sweet, gourmand type of scent though. It's sweet, but in a more refined way. The powdery feeling leans a bit lipsticky, but isn't overwhelming. And overall, this is a really dark, sensual, fruity floral with noticeable blackcurrant and iris, and a subtly sweet, powdery quality. I think it's really beautiful and definitely suitable for evening, but I'd also wear it in the daytime as well. I also have the body lotion for the original version, but I don't have the fragrance mist. The lotion has a similar dark quality, but it's more creamy than powdery. It feels a bit more floral than the perfume, but there's still a soft sweetness and fruitiness to it. And then for the 2023 version of Fearless, it has the same notes as the original, and is described as a bold, bright scent with notes of blackcurrant, purple diamond iris, and orris. And this also opens with a rich, syrupy blackcurrant and a strong iris note. It also has a soft, powdery quality to the florals. And again, I think there's something else in here adding sweetness like vanilla. Blackcurrant can sometimes be off-putting, but I think it feels like rich, dark fruit here. And it combines nicely with the iris and orris to make a lovely, fruity floral scent with a soft, powdery sweetness. There is something in this version that I feel is brightening up the scent a bit more, perhaps a touch of citrus or a floral that's lending that quality to it. When the scent has dried down, the powdery quality feels even more fluffy and sweet and a bit more vanillic. I also have the fragrance mist for the newer version, but again, VS hasn't released the matching body lotion for it yet. The mist smells just like the perfume to me, but maybe even a bit brighter. It still has the dark fruity quality and powdery sweetness, but it doesn't feel as strong as the perfume, so it could be a nice daytime alternative if you don't want the heaviness of the perfume. I actually quite like the fragrance mist, and at times it seems a tad bit sweeter to me. When comparing the two versions, they smell pretty similar. The original feels a bit deeper, darker, and more syrupy, while the new one feels brighter and has a bit more powdery sweetness. It may be because the older bottle has been sitting and macerating, or it could be a slightly different formula. But they're not different enough that they don't seem like the same perfume. They are both really beautiful, and they both sweeten more as they dry down. If you like blackcurrant and iris, as well as sweet, powdery scents, I would highly recommend trying Fearless while it's available. Here's what the original body lotion looks like with the current fragrance mist for your reference. The lotion packaging is a light pinky purple color, while the mist comes in a clear bottle with a subtle gradient on the label. I also wanted to share some comparisons with other perfumes that have similar notes, and I'm comparing them against the current version of Fearless. Starting with other Victoria's Secret perfumes, I have Very Sexy Orchid, which has made notes of blackcurrant, orris woods, and sheer patchouli, but also has citrus, pink pepper, orchid, and sandalwood. And this is a dark, rich blackcurrant scent with some bright citrus and a softly powdery quality. So these share the blackcurrant and orris, but Very Sexy Orchid has the patchouli and woodiness that make it feel heavier and darker, as well as a bit of spiciness from the pink pepper. Fearless has more powdery sweetness and feels softer and lighter, and I prefer Fearless over Very Sexy Orchid. And the other Victoria's Secret comp is Tease Candy Noir, which has notes of raspberry glaze, night blooming iris, and warm tonka. And this is a syrupy raspberry scent with powdery iris and sweet tonka. These share a powdery iris sweetness, but have different fruity notes. Tease Candy Noir's tonka also gives it a different sweet quality than what I think is vanilla in Fearless, and the raspberry is more sour, while Fearless's blackcurrant is more sharp. I do like both of these, but I enjoy Fearless much more. Next, I have Giorgio Armani Si, and this has cassis, also known as blackcurrant, as well as vanilla, along with rose, freesia, patchouli, and woods. And Si is a beautiful, sweet, classic fruity floral scent. It was actually my wedding day perfume, so I obviously love it. And it has a rich, dark fruitiness from the cassis, but the rose and patchouli add some greenness and earthiness that's not in Fearless. Fearless also has the lighter, powdery florals, but they both have a vanillic type of sweetness. I only wear Si on very special occasions, and I think the brighter Fearless is more suitable for everyday wear. And I also have Armani Si Fiori, which has blackcurrant and vanilla, as well as mandarin, neroli, rose, oak moss, and white musk. And this is actually my favorite version of Si. And while it still has the fruity floral base of the original, it has an added powdery quality that makes it more similar to Fearless. It's brighter and sweeter than Fearless, but they share a similar quality despite the different floral notes. Si Fiori has this almost marshmallowy creaminess that I really love, so I do have to say I prefer it over Fearless, but I do love both of them. Si Fiori is discontinued, so if you can't find it, I definitely recommend picking up Fearless. Then I have the classic La Vie Belle from Lancôme, and this has blackcurrant, pear, iris, jasmine, orange blossom, praline, vanilla, patchouli, and tonka bean. And I have a limited edition bottle, but it's the same original fragrance. Everyone probably knows what this smells like by now, but it's a sweet, syrupy, fruity floral with a touch of a gourmand quality. This shares the rich blackcurrant and iris with Fearless, but it has more sugary praline and vanilla sweetness, where Fearless has more of a soft, powdery sweetness. La Vie Belle is also stronger, while Fearless feels more delicate. I also wanted to compare Lancôme's La Vie Belle L'Absolu, which has blackcurrant, pear, and florals, including iris and orange blossom, along with praline, cashmere, and tonka bean. And this was a limited edition, more intense version of La Vie Belle. It differs from the original in that it feels like there's more iris, so the scent is more powdery, and it doesn't have the earthy patchouli. I think this version is closer to Fearless, and they actually smell quite similar to me, with syrupy blackcurrant and sweet, fluffy, powdery iris. La Vie Belle L'Absolu is a bit more creamy though. I think that Fearless may also be similar to the new La Vie Belle Iris Absolu that came out recently, but Lancôme is just now releasing that in the US, so I don't have that one yet. That flanker is also supposed to smell similar to the L'Absolu version. And finally, I have Maya from Tocca, and this has blackcurrant and iris, along with other notes like violet leaf, rose, jasmine, patchouli, and sandalwood. This is a very fruity fragrance with a lot of tart blackcurrant and a mix of sweet florals. While these both have blackcurrant and iris, Maya feels more earthy and a bit green, while Fearless is more syrupy and powdery, and I definitely prefer Fearless over Maya. So that's it for my then and now comparison of Victoria's Secret's Fearless. I'm so glad that VS maintained and possibly slightly improved this syrupy blackcurrant and sweet powdery iris fragrance. This is in my top 10 favorite Victoria's Secret perfumes, so I definitely recommend trying this one while it's around. We never know when VS will re-promote a scent, so who knows when we'll see this again. Let me know what you think of Fearless if you've tried it, or if you're planning to pick it up while you can. Thank you for watching, I hope that you'll subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.